Today is the feast day of Saint Josephine Bakhita. She was canonized as saint as the first saint of the Sudan by Pope John Paul II in 2000. She was born in 1869 in Sudan, and at the age of 7, she was sold as a slave. She was passed over from one owner to another until an Italian consul purchased her. And he treated her very well. And he sent her to live with a group of the Sisters of Charity in Venice. There she learned the faith. She was born and raised in the Islamic faith. But there she learned the Catholic faith and became a Catholic, was baptized. He named her Bakhita, which means lucky one. And Josephine was a beautiful person. For 50 years, she served in the convent as a seamstress, as a portress, doing very humble tasks. The children in the school loved her so much because of her sweet voice. We see her, and as an example, she eventually was freed and died in, I think she died in 1947. But she's an example of what we read in the first reading from the Hebrews, that we should live a very simple and humble life. John the Baptist was the greatest of all the Old Testament prophets preceding Christ immediately. And yet he died a very horrible death because of the Herod's evil wife who was unscrupulous and got what she wanted. And yet he died a death that brought him instantly into the kingdom of heaven. The reading goes on to say that how we should act. We should let marriage be honored. Today, Rita Kinez is here with her children, some of her children, and her husband died recently. Today would have been their 50th wedding anniversary. So our heart goes out to you, Rita, today at Mass. You and Frank lived a wonderful life together, humbly, serving each other and being a bright example of married life. And so we thank you for that. And we see that that's how God is. He looks at our individual lives and what we do day by day out of love for God and love for others is so important. And I know Frank was that way. He didn't want a whole lot of monetary gains or anything else. He was a man who was happy working every day and doing his best for his wife and family. And so today we come here and we thank the Lord for bringing us to this Mass. Here he gives us his body and blood as food for the journey. And it's important for us to remember that our lives are important to God. And so what we do each day out of love for him has eternal value. And through the intercession of Josephine Bakhita, may we too live a humble life and honoring God by loving others. We thank the Lord for her witness. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.